Back now with Jason's barn. We have two parts of Jason's barn. One is his Ohio barn, and the other one are the horses he has charge of in Ontario. So we'll start with Ailsund. You're welcome. Everybody out there that was throwing daggers at me the other day because they didn't believe that Ailsund should be in the Buckeye Series. As you can see, the way the points are shaping up, she is in fact likely going to be eligible for the consolation in the Ohio Sires program and the Buckeye final, and she can race in both. So everything went according to plan. I said to somebody tonight, I was so distressed about Ailsund making a break or not doing well that I left PEI one day early to fly to Columbus, 5 o'clock flight at a PEI, to Columbus to drive Ailsund, Overdue Mission, and Susie K. Now, I was coming back the next day to Northfield, but I took an extra day off my vacation to come back to drive Ailsund on Tuesday. It all worked out well. She raced great. She wasn't awesome, but she was pretty good. As good or better as I could have hoped. That horse could have beat me down the lane that was outside of her. She knew he was there, and she fought on and won the race. Exactly what winners do. Very happy with the way she raced. Bend Over, I know Jason said he entered Bend Over the other day in the maiden at Scioto. Didn't go. Northfield didn't get in. I think he's entering him back for Northfield this week. Friday. I'm not sure. Maybe Monday. I'm not sure. He's entering him anyway. He has entered him, and he's going to continue to enter him until he gets him in to go. Oh, he's only got, I think it's Monday because that's the day before the sale. There's a chance that Bend Over might come back home. We'll see. I have to talk to our clients about him. I don't think we could possibly take less than $12,000 for Bend Over. I wouldn't. I mean, the condition claimer, he goes for twice that. I wouldn't take less than that for him. So I think this is one of the only horses we'll put a reserve on is Bend Over. Crazy Mission, I'm worried I might buy him. I own the vast majority of them anyway. I'm not going to let him go for like $4,000, which is what he's worth right now, I suppose. But he raced good for me in Northfield. I like that colt. And if he goes for $4,000, obviously, and we buy him back, any of these horses, if we buy them back, it isn't to dissolve ownership. The people that own the horse will have first right of refusal. If they want to get back in on the horse, they're more than welcome to. If they want out, happy to help out in that regard also, but they'll have first choice. Compass Rose DC obviously made that break, and then that huge kick on the end of it to finish second. She looks really, really good, this filly. Crazy Mission, as I said, if we sell them, we sell them. If we don't, we don't. Emerald Miss, I don't know if I have a list of horses turned out. I think I do. Bottle Red, Emerald Miss, Mischief Maker, they're all turned out. Emerald Miss is turned out in Ohio at Winterwood. Great place to turn your horses out also. They do a very, very good job at Winterwood. Globetrotting. Globetrotting made a break the other day. I don't know why. Still don't. I watched the replay. It seems like every time I get a free minute, I pull it back up just to see what she did. I can't put my finger on it. So I think we're going to take some gear off her for excuse me. Why would I be tired? Take some gear off of her for Scioto this week. Overdue Mission's been racing great. Don't skip Havana. Jason McGinnis is going to make his Indiana Sire Stakes debut tomorrow with Havana Unana for driver Peter Wren. I can't be there because I have to be back here in the morning for the breakfast television spot. So Havana Unana, Jason's got her racing good at first and second in Northfield. She's got to be able to trot in 56 in Indiana if he has her good tomorrow night. Overdue Mission raced good the other day to be third. She is the leader in the Buckeye Series. Who would have thought that? And she has to have fair points too. I don't know how the fairs work. There's guys that got like 10, 12 starts. But Overdue Mission is a first and a second in the fairs. First and a second in the fairs. So who knows where she's sitting. Rose Run Valiant. I don't want to get into it with people about Rose Run Valiant. I'm going to stick my neck out for this horse. I think he's too stupid not to be better next year. And he has not figured it out, nor does he show any intention to figuring it out. But he'll get it. Just needs to grow up a little bit, both physically and mentally. And I think you'll see a much, much better colt come back next year. Sometimes things happen. This colt's got it all figured out. Smart, durable, tough. I think he'll end up his year pretty good. He's got some Buckeye points too. These horses will all race Jug Week. One of our clients had said to me tonight, "Are we going to do something for Jug Week?" I'd love to. I'm going to run that by Kelly tonight or tomorrow. See if she wants to do something for Little Brown Jug Week. We'll have lots of horses racing. All the colts and fillies in the breeders race down there, and then again we'll have yes, West 52nd. It should be a good week. So yeah, we should do something for Jug Week. I'll look into that with Kelly, I guess, throughout this week and into next week. Spend that money a little flat. Got some bridge jumpers on spend that money. These allergies, they bother horses, and it annoys me when people say, "Oh, I think that's an excuse." Okay, it's an excuse. Go tell my wife it's an excuse in the middle of the summer when she can't breathe all day. I don't have allergies real bad, but I do know lots of people that have them. And if you're out there and you have allergies, you know exactly what I'm talking about, except we're not allowed to give the horses puffers and cortisones and stuff like that when they race in Ohio and Pennsylvania. A little bit in Ontario, they're a little more lenient with the withdrawal times on some of those medications. Not in Pennsylvania. Just for reference, before White Tiger left, we schooled him last week, and I told you I wanted to school him because we could school him on medication you can't race on. It was a good thing that I called Tim Twaddle and asked him. The withdrawal time for Predef, which is a very mild cortisone, the withdrawal time is 48 hours in Ontario for 8 to 10 cc's of Predef, I believe. Might have changed now with the new rules, but that used to be the rule, 48 hours. The withdrawal time for that same medication in Pennsylvania, 14 days. If we had schooled White Tiger on that medication, he would not be eligible to race in Pennsylvania this coming Wednesday. So it was a good thing that I called and got clarification on that. And that's another one of the tough things to deal with in horse racing now is different jurisdictions with different withdrawal times on medication. This isn't we're trying to cheat. We were trying to school the horse, open up his airway a little bit, school the horse in a way that he could school with some confidence and then bring him over to Pennsylvania and have him race well. I was really, I'm glad we called and clarified that. So we certainly couldn't race him had we'd used that medication last Tuesday to school. So what was I at? We were talking about spend that money. So spend that money. I'm hoping in the next 2 weeks, maybe it cools down a little bit. That would be great. But we'll see with her. Obviously, this filly's still got lots of talent. As somebody pointed out the other day, her mile was still legit. 58 last quarter in 29 seconds. Her last quarter was faster than the two fillies that made breaks. And it just turned out that was a fast division. Susie K made a break coming to the half. As I said, we had her hobbles out a little bit longer, only because the tighter they get, the more she strikes at her knees. So it's trying to help, but no good deed goes unpunished. Yours If You Want It went to Ken Holliday's barn the other day, made a break. It's another horse, he's got talent. Do we retain him? I suppose we could. Bad attitude, really bad attitude, but a lot of talent. Is he going to mature physically, mentally, and be a better horse? I don't know. We'll probably have to find out. And then we got West 52nd, another horse like White Tiger, and Spend That Money. Allergies really bothered him a lot. They don't bother Yes that much, but they really bother West 52nd. If you remember last year around this time, White Tiger and West 52nd really struggled in the Wellwood. Yes didn't. And this year also, West 52nd and White Tiger are struggling this time of year, and Yes is excelling. I think we found a few little things with his blood also. I think Yes will be much, much better in the near future. We'll switch over to Jason's barn in Canada at Tomiko Training Center, where Todd and Cindy and Teresa have things under control. Anteros is back training. They say he's training good and looking good. We'll keep blistering that leg maybe in a month or so. The vet looked at it and said, nah, you don't got to scan it. So we'll maybe wait till we start training him a little harder and get a better look at it. But he looks like he's picked up right where he left off and looks great. Arvika caught a lot of flack over Arvika this week. We need to sell her. We need to do this. We need to do that. We're going to put her in a condition claimer and race her there. If we decide to put her in Harrisburg, then we will. And, there's going to be a lot of people that disagree with some of the stuff I do. And I'm not always going to be right, but I'm not always going to be wrong either. Every ship needs a captain, as I've said a million times. And Although I welcome everybody's input, that doesn't necessarily mean I have to agree with you. And when it comes to a couple emails I received this week on Arvika, respectfully, I think we're going to go this direction with Arvika and race her in the condition claimer next week, where I think she'll be just fine. Arctic Force raced great last night. I know there's going to be a lot of people watch the opening. Some people hoping we were going to say we'll take him to Tioga or Vernon for the Sire Stakes next week. I just don't think that's going to be the best thing for the colt. He's a little pinchy on his left front, a little pinchy left hind. Showed a lot of grit and determination to win the other night. He didn't pace away because that track's a little deep, and we had put some added padding on his feet. I think he was just slipping a little bit. But if he wasn't sore, we wouldn't need the padding. So you can't keep going to the well with these horses week after week after week. You want to put them away fresh. I told the blacksmith to go in tomorrow and pare out his feet, chop off all his toes off, and we'll see how he is over the next week. If he doesn't sound right up, I know he's much better left hind. If he doesn't sound right up on his left front over the next week and his left hind, that might be it for him for the year, which isn't the end of the world. Relax. I didn't just run over your dog. I told you that you have a nice, talented colt, and I'd like to bring him back that way also. Cheatin' Dixie, she's heading to the sale. Obviously, we talk about her over and over again, how frustrating it was to have to move Dixie, but sweetheart of a filly. I hope she goes to a great place where they give her lots of time, because she certainly wants to be a nice filly, that's for sure. Delcrest Star Angel, getting close to cementing her steps to the sale. Last night she was a little ornery in the 3-hole. I had to move her back to the front, and then she withered as she's done before. I think this filly does have talent, and there is an argument to keep her. I just don't think I can just walk away, from a sale. I don't think we can just not take her to the sale and say everything will be fine. I needed to see more last night, and I didn't see it. So Delcrest Star Angel may be heading to the sale. Also, I guess we could race her Sunday night. I won't be there. I'll be in the Poconos. Maybe I can talk James into going to race her on Sunday night. Elysium Lindy's going to race tomorrow at Georgian Downs Tuesday night. Really excited to see this guy go. This is a horse we bought for the fall and the winter. Paul Ganji purchased the horse out of the Meadowland sale off the Burke Brigade, and I think he'll fit in great. You're looking at Georgian, Flamborough, Mohawk, bounce around those 3 places, and if we want to send him out to Illinois, where Paul lives, we can do that in the winter also. So a lot going on, but a lot of avenues open with Elysium Lindy for sure. Nancy Allison, we're done with Nancy. We're going to turn her out, not because I'm angry at her. I'm not angry at Nancy at all. I think mentally she's come a long way. You see those breaks at the gate, that's frustration. A little self-confidence and frustration, and I think what Nancy needs is just some time to mature. Nice filly. I certainly have no issues with her. Never crossed my mind to put her in the sale. I trained this filly when on off track in 59 at Mohawk 2 weeks ago. I know she's got lots of speed. Just going to let her cool down and relax. I'll play it alone. I don't know where we're going to race this guy this week. We're going to get him in somewhere, though. I just don't know where that will be yet, but I'll play it alone is going to race this week. Spirit of Dio, I'm going to drive Spirit of Dio out of the 9-hole in the final of the not the Peaceful Way, it's it doesn't matter. Spirit of Dio is going to race in the final of the stake race. It is annoying me a little bit. The stake race on Thursday. Please don't email the name. By the time I'm done this video, I'm going to look it up, and I'll already know the name. So she's going to race in the final of the stake race on Thursday night. Totally Tacked Her. A couple of people saying, where's this Tacked Her horse? Just going to let him fill it a little bit. He's been jogging and training. We're going to continue to train him. I wanted to put some more weight on him. Let him relax. He was just castrated. We're going to take him over, maybe put him in the bike, go a mile on 210 and see how he feels. If he doesn't feel perfect, he's going to need another few weeks. If he does feel good, then we'll continue on. But I wanted this horse good for all fall and all winter, and everything is working out perfectly so far with him. Rooney Blue Chip, another horse. I just talked to somebody. We might be done with him for the year. I know there's a lot of people that might not want to hear that. I know Danny, one of the owners that owns a pretty good chunk of them, watched him train the other day. We went a mile on 2.4. He was good. It's a long way from 55. 2.4 to 2.2 to 58. 58, 59 in September is what? You get to race in a maiden? I think maybe just turn him out, let him grow up. We all know if you own him, you know how big he is. And no issues with the colt, just timing of it all. If we turn him out now, we can race him all winter. If we try to screw around with him now and get him to the races every day he's in the training is an extra day or two he could have been in the field. So I'm looking at a lot of horses right now. We need to take the harness off and turn them out. Obviously, Rooney, Blue Chip, Nancy Allison, a couple other ones that need some time off. So, I knew I missed another filly. Inland Beach is going to be racing in Hanover on Saturday night. So, that is everybody. That's all the barns, all the stables, Jason's, Kevin's. Oh, no, it's not. I got to come back. I'll come back in 1 minute right here. Mario's. I do this every week. Be back in 1 minute with